Guten Tag, YouTube. This is Lego Nookie 101 speaking. Now, today I'm going to be doing kind of a quick double review of the build phone and the full bottle holder, both from Kamen build. So, before we get to these guys, let's take a look at their included full balls. The Lion and Sojiki full balls. The Lion full ball comes with the build phone, and the Sojiki full ball comes with the full bottle holder. So, first, the Lion full ball, as you can see, is this deep marigold color, which is actually pretty suiting. Up here we have LNS for Lion and Sojiki, and of course, typical full ball goodness. Get a nice lion design there. Sojiki full ball over here is this weird turquoise green color with a vacuum cleaner design up front, sucking everything in. And yes, Sojiki does translate to vacuum cleaner. Got LNS up here for Lion and Sojiki again, and of course, typical full bottle goodness. So let's bring in the build driver. Now, Lion and Sojiki do in fact make a best match, so sorry for the terrible light quality. And there you go. You are now transformed into Kamen Rider build Lion Cleaner form. Now, as for the vortex finish, it's pretty much the same as the Rabbit Tank vortex finish, only the light colors on the activation are different. Yeah, like I said. And once we have the build driver out, let's take a look at the full bottle holder first. Now, the full bottle holder itself is pretty darn simple in design. And real electronics, just black solid plastic and yellow rubbery plastic mixed in there as well. We've got 3 slots here, and I kind of actually wish there was a 4th slot there that where you could store like 2 best matches. But in any case, with this, you can actually store the full balls on here, and have 2 on there. And then this basically plugs into the side of the build driver. As you can see, it's makes the build driver a little lopsided on the flat surface. But in any case, before I forget, trial forms are, if you just have the full bottle holder alone, then you can't access what's called a trial form, which is basically a mismatch. For example, for this, I'm going to be doing Rabbit Sojiki as my example. So yeah, as you can see for the trial forms, the build driver obviously doesn't declare the best match, and you get that jazzy music ending. And that's for your big attack. you have the Vortex Attack. So, that basically does it for the Line of Sochiki full balls on their own, and the full ball holder. So now let's move on to the build phone itself, and as you can see, it's basically this smartphone with a bunch of bike kibble on the back. But yeah, the bike mode we'll get into later, but for now, let's take a look at the smartphone details. As you can see up here, we've got build symbol, Wi-Fi, battery power. Not sure why it says 200% rather than 100, but over here we have 9 o'clock. As you can see, we have pretty much a lot of apps. This call app over here is the only thing that actually accesses the electronics within the build phone. Speaking of electronics, in phone mode you have 5 noises. First up is a ringtone. Then the next 3 noises are quotes from our main hero, Seto Kiryu, who basically transforms into Kamen Rider build. So what he said there was, "I am Seto Kiryu, Kamen Rider build. Indeed, my inventions are amazing. I've got the winning formula, let's go." Now, this next noise is pretty much recurring in a lot of phone toys. So anyways, that's it for the phone mode. To get to the bike mode, we're going to want the Lion full ball. So, this gets plugged into here. We can just line that up. Yeah, once you plug the Lion full ball into the build phone, it pops up the bike mode's rear tire. Anyways, next, you'll close up the phone, and then this next step will trigger the transformation noise. So you basically unclip this section. When you plug this tab into this clip, this notch right here will push this button, and that will trigger the transformation noise. And that's essentially the transformation noise. Then after that, fold down the front wheel, rotate the handlebars, and there you go. You have yourselves a bike. The bike mode itself, it's actually pretty interesting. The gear on the front I definitely do like. It's kind of a neat addition to the design. Shame it's kind of flat, but yeah, I don't blame them. I don't blame the designers. They kind of had to squeeze it down in order to get the transformation gimmick to work out. But in any case, it rolls pretty well on a sheeted surface. Sadly though, on a solid surface like my desk here. Okay, never mind. It actually does roll pretty well on my desk. But in any case, in bike mode you get a couple new sounds. Some of which are carried over from the phone mode. First up, so you have him saying, "I am Seto Kiryu, Kamen Rider build." Next, now that bike revving noise is basically every other noise triggered by this button up until later. Now here are some of the new noises. This is the finisher. And then you have an attack sound. Now on the back it's aside from all these bike details, this is pretty much where this is basically where some of the electronic parts are exposed. Batteries over here, speaker, and you get and then this teeny guy is a reset button. Now sadly I don't have any of the ball change rider figure series to ride this thing. However, I have built my own Kamen Rider build and claws, or crossy as he's officially called, to ride this thing, which I'll review later. Now, Line Fullbottle is pretty much just locked in place. In order to release it, you have to push this button. And now let's get this thing back into phone mode. Yeah, you probably couldn't hear it, but when this button was released, phone mode was re-engaged. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this pair of toys. Please rate, comment, and subscribe to this Lego Nookie. What am I saying? Auf Wiedersehen!